So for this last video, for these last set of examples, it's going to be really similar to what you did in 7.2, but basically the directions just look a little bit different. So we're given these, and we want to find the values for x and y that make these quadrilaterals a parallelogram. So that's just going back to, again, these converse and back to 7.2. So looking at number 1, I know for this to be a parallelogram, my opposite sides need to be congruent. So that means that this side is congruent to this side, and these two are congruent. So I'm going to use that to set up these equations. I'm going to do these top ones because if I look at the sides, they have different variables, but I see that my P, Q, and S, R have the variable x. So since these are congruent to each other, that means they are equal. So I have x plus 9 is equal to 2x minus 1. Solve for x, so I'm going to subtract x from both sides. And then I'm going to add 1. So I get that x is equal to 10. But now I have to go ahead and find my y value. Well, I know that y is equal to x plus 7. However, we just found the value of x. I know that x is equal to 10, so I'm going to plug that in for x. And then 10 plus 7, I get 17. So my answer here is x equals 10 and y equals 17. Okay, let's look at the next one. So this one says, for what values of x and y is CDEF a parallelogram? So here I have the diagonals of this this quadrilateral. And I know from my converse that it's going to be a parallelogram if they bisect each other, so if they cut in half. So that means that this 5x minus 8 needs to be equal to that 3x. Okay, and then I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. And I get negative 2x. And then I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. And so I get that x is equal to 4. Okay, looking at this next one, again, same directions. Now I have the angles, and so I know for proving this is a parallelogram that my opposite angles need to be congruent. Then I can use this converse. So that means that angle A needs to be congruent to C, and D needs to be congruent to B. So I'm going to start with my x, so I have 3x minus 32 is equal to 2x. I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. And now to get rid of this negative in front of x, I need to divide both sides by negative 1 because there's really an imaginary negative 1 out in front. And so I get that x is equal to 32. Okay, and then to find my y, well, I know these need to be congruent, so they will be equal. So I have y plus 87 is equal to 4y. Subtract y from both sides. I get 87 is equal to 3y. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 3. And so I get that 29 is equal to y. Okay, go ahead and pause the video. I want you to try and do number 4. It's going to be really similar to what we did in number 1. So the answers you should have gotten were that x equals 9 and y equals 21. I first found the value of x since these two only had one variable, so I could find that easily first. And when I did that, I got 9. And then to find y, I know that these two sides need to be congruent. And then I just plugged in 9 for x and got 21. Okay, that's it for today. If you have any questions, you can reach out. If you need some extra examples, those are linked below. Otherwise, you can go ahead and get started on that assignment. I hope you all have a great day.